All right. Oh, hey there. Do you want to come on board and have a look around? So this is the Imoca 60 MS Amlin, the one that I'll be racing around the world. And hey, let me give you a hand up. Come and have a look. So we have 8 sails on board this boat, and so that includes the mainsail and then the J2 and the J3, which spend most of their lives hoisted. And what we just walked over here is the outrigger. This boat doesn't have any spreaders on its mast. So check out this up here, just one long, beautiful 27-meter long carbon fiber piece of beautiful aerodynamic mast. And then, because we've got a canting keel, and we've got 2 dagger boards here that we put up and down to help balance the boat when the keel is canted. And then, with the exception of the A2 or the big spinnaker, all of the sails are on furlers. And so we've got the A5 and the code 0 here. And the 2 sails that we've got here are the J2 and the J3, basically the standard working jibs that I also use as stay sails inside the bigger jennikers and spinnakers. For perspective, the big spinnaker is 365 square meters. It is an absolute beast, and I can carry that up until 22 knots. But anyway, enough about the details. Let's come and have a look inside the boat, because it's a pretty special boat. We've covered it completely in solar panels from Solbian, nearly 3,000 watts, and that will charge all of the high-tech equipment that we have on board the boat. Now, the cockpit, this is a thing of beauty. We fabricated this piece ourselves, and it means that when I am in the cockpit doing maneuvers, I'm completely shielded by all of the elements, actually, with the wind and the rain and the spray and the freezing cold. But also crucially the sun, because the sun will be absorbed by the solar panels, and I can hang out here. Best sun hat in the world, this one. I've got 5 winches, 3 of which are connected to the pedestal or the coffee grinder, and that allows me to send more energy into the winches than if I'm using a standard old single-handed winch handle. Now, we've got 36 ropes of various sizes and shapes and colors from Marlow that come into this pit here, and so the pit winch is a pretty busy place. For example, here we've got the mast rotation because the mast moves, we've got the dagger boards up and down, we've got all of the furling lines, halyards, reefing lines, and tack lines for all of the various sails in front. My sort of on watch position is right here. Got a nice windscreen in front of me, vision up at the mainsail trim, and then sitting right next to the primary winch so I can do my sort of final trim as I go here with the keel control, so that's the keel canting on hydraulics, and the pilot control systems here. But come inside, because I bought an 18-meter boat and I only use 2.5 meters of it, basically, because inside the boat I sleep on the ballast tanks, of course with a mattress, but you have to use your imagination a little bit. So I sleep here on 1,300 liters of cold, very wet seawater. So that's the ballast tank system. And then inside the boat, well, it's pretty luxurious and comfy. The space is cut in half by this halyard tunnel that we built. And then the kitchen, the cuisine, is right here. So it's simple jet boil mounted on a swivel here. So the gimbal means that it is always safe, that the water doesn't come out when the boat is heeling over. And then what is great about this boat is this new seat that we've just built. It's literally Velcroed to the floor to keep it in one spot. And I can do my analysis here, look at the routing, download the weather, and work on a drainer. So I'm going to spend hours a day here doing office work, because my office work is a little bit more complicated. So with 2 satellite communication systems, I can download the weather. With my 5 GPS antennas, I know where I am at all times. And navigation on a boat like this is not figuring out where you are, but indeed where you want to be. And so that comes down to downloading the weather 4 times a day using different models. And then sort of sitting here, scratching your head, figuring out where you should be relative to the winds that is coming. So we went sailing today, and we got back a bunch of data that I need to have a look at. And because the race is just a few days away, can you let me get on with it? So thanks very much for joining me on this boat tour. And sorry, but I got to get back to work.